Testing. Right. I usually don't stream this early, but given the occasion, I absolutely have to. Gotta. Um, Holy fuck. All right. Yeah. Gotta clean up my stream because, yeah, for some reason Restream does not like listening to my settings. So I need to go back into YouTube and Twitch and fix everything. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I still got time. But yeah, I'm just trying to post everything in. Acting to was first anniversary stream. Will it will it be will it be kino? Cringe or kino? Cringe or kino? There you go. Yeah, will it be cringe or kino? Will it be amazing or will it be a disappointment? We don't know. We have no idea. I remember the first ever um anniversary stream. I mean, the first ever stream for this game, like when it was first coming out, it was kind of cringe. I mean, I didn't really mind too much. It clearly the hosts and the sponsored people sponsored to say nice things about the game were clearly having a lot of fun, but and it did get me interested in the game, but I couldn't understand that. Yeah, that it was kind of a waste of time. It didn't really teach you anything new about the game. It was mostly just for people who already played the game, which is really weird because yeah, why would they make it for people who like the game if the game hadn't come out yet? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, gonna have to make the display capture. So OBS is gonna be visible for just a little bit. Hopefully it's not too much of a problem. You don't see anything too weird. Oh, I don't see anything else going on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. So basically, I've been kind of sick lately, just having a bit of a coughing fit. I'm not sure if I'm able to mute myself in time. So again, I apologize if you suddenly hear that. I'll try to keep it under things under control. Let me see if I can just activate the yeah. See, one of the reasons I'm kind of struggling here with the display capture is because I'm only operating on just a single monitor. Right, you're working off a single monitor here, so not exactly the best setup, but not exactly the best setup, but it is the one we currently have. So we gotta work with what we got. Gotta do what we gotta do. Excuse me. It is but unfortunate. But yeah, I'll just try to display capture. Yep, there you go. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. I don't think any um privileged information is available. I mean, whatever. Whatever. I don't think anything crazy is there. It's the fact, oh no, I use OBS and Discord to make my shit work. Yeah, I mean, duh. There's apparently 3 minutes on the timer on screen, so hopefully the game lives up. Hopefully the anniversary lives up to expectations. I'm gonna just say right now, I don't really need a free limited 5-star to make the anniversary good. I know that that sort of expectation's been running around, or at least something along the lines. I'm not really super into online community discourse and discussions, at least not as much as I used to be when I was younger many years ago, but I can already tell that there's probably some very massive expectations set up by people earlier, stuff like, you know, like free limited 5-star and just maybe like a bajillion polls and hopeful and I don't even know what to say, man. Just the free limited 5-star. We don't really need something like that. That's pretty crazy. We don't exactly, and I guess, but what would be good anniversary rewards? Because I was thinking, what would be, and I'm gonna be honest, if it's just a free standard 5-star, that would be pretty disappointing because we already got a lot of that when the game first came out. It's just so it's not exactly something that, you know, would the wow factor of a standard 5-star would be all that great, especially not after the I mean, I guess you could say the power creep of the limited 5-stars have shown that the standards are mostly outdated. I mean, obviously Verena is like OP as always. Hey, you still want her even if you have Shorekeeper, and I guess Encore is still a decent option. But other than those two, it's really, yeah, it would really just be a disappointment. I'm pretty sure anyone who already starts the game already has an option for 2 free standards. So really, there's really nothing a standard 5-star would really fulfill. So that wouldn't make too much sense. And if it's a free limited, they have to limit it to, I don't know, the ones up until Shangli Yao came out, like him and once before, which is what for the first 3. Actually, free limited 5-star weapon would be pretty good, even though they don't really have to do that because the weapons in this game are fairly easy to obtain. But yep, live stream is about to start, so we have to check out what this is all about. Big box, big present at Koro Games. Alright. Probably like full screen it. Yeah, it's like between this and I remember the last live stream, I believe it was, when they started going, my evil eye, when they were introducing the Arrow Rover. Gotta control the volume. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, I believe that the volume for the stream, yeah, should be decent. Yep, looks good to me. He arrived. And so, what's in the box? Come on, show us. Yeah, they're all hugging it out. Well, now they're like, dude, you gotta look at this. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's just dead. Rip. He died before the first anniversary fully arrived. Yeah. Welcome back.
我是你们熟悉的
Solon.
Hello， 各位漂泊者们好，我是你们既熟悉又陌生的新朋友，同时也是大家的老朋友，霸王同志，很高兴又跟你合作了。今天可得好好配合啊！说什么呢？我们刚刚不是配合的挺好的嘛？真是的，快给大家讲正事儿，讲正事儿。
确实。好，那么我们先和大家聊正事。
Yeah. This the silliness that goes on in the WUA streams like this does give me the vibe of the classic Nintendo Direct. You know, like the really old school ones, like with Iwata holding a banana. It's kind of the vibe they're trying to capture, and I definitely like that. It does show that they, at the end of the day, they truly enjoy making this game.
解决了薪资给予的危机，还在李巧里海岛体验了一波捕鱼。
Expert fisherman. Ah, nah, fuck that event. I did not finish that. I did not like the fishing bullshit.
来形容我们明朝这一年，你会用什么样的词语呢？
关键词，我觉得应该是挑战。
这
一路以来，我们遇到了非常多的挑战，但是呢。 也正因为有了这些挑战，我们才真正让明朝变得越来越好。例如上线初期时，我们收到了很多反馈的优化模块。当时我们向
they'll feedback about it. Yeah, devs listen.
作为长
devs listen
一直推进下去，而不是改完表面问题就结束了。现在回头看，这个承诺我们应该也算做到了吧？我们依然在不断的优化游戏性能和游玩体验。 还正式上线了光线追踪，来拓展明朝的画质上限。新的一年，性能依然是我们绝对的重点。明朝不
Yeah, I don't think my PC is like cool enough for to handle ray tracing, but it is cool that they're adding all this crazy stuff for the visuals.
现在想问你的是，想跟咱们广大漂泊者。 最想说的那些话。
Yeah, this game, I mean, this game already looked amazing when it first came out, but it's definitely been looking better with the when a new region comes out.
明朝就像一套一直流淌的潮水，因为所有的漂泊者，我们才能在过去、现在、未来不断的奔涌向前。我们因为你们的存在，也因为你们而改变。在这里。 我想跟所有的漂泊者们说，
奔流因你不息
，ever flowing with
明朝
you。
1周年朝圣庆典将随着2.3版本正式开启。潮水奔涌所向的地方，全是我们相聚共庆之地。
是的，那么为了纪念我们这一特殊的节日，我们也为1周年设计了全新的 logo。在明朝2.3版本期间，大家将在许多地方看到这个 logo 的呈现。
好，那话不多说，接下来我们就准备。
It really threw me off that the 2.3 was the anniversary because I thought for sure it would be 2.4 where Carthathia would be playable, especially with the amount of focus she received in this story chapter. I thought for sure that it would make the most sense to have her be the first anniversary character.
是的，没错。
But yeah, I completely caught me off guard that the first anniversary was this close. It has been an entire year since I started the game, and yeah, I almost did not realize that. So I guess Zani is the anniversary character.
及
Which I guess makes sense when you think about it, since Zanny is pretty popular.
版本系统更新以及优化
Yeah.
内容。
So she does fit into that category of big important character that you would release for an anniversary.
庆版本内容多多，我已经开始期待了。那说了这么多，不如直接看一看。
Yeah.
没错，我们就正式开始吧。敬请大家欣赏2.3版本 PV 雁行下曲庆团圆。
Fiery Arpeggio of Summer Reunion. Well, let's see what the anniversary is all about.
Got no time to waste.
Oh, we playing Mario Party? It does look like a Mario Party ass looking board. Fire Arpeggio, Summer Reunion 2.3.
Time to work again. Raguna once went through a hell of a time.
Oh, okay.
The order
Real gameplay shit.
losses, including
Let's go.
many of their best. The Black Alley was born when that stability fell apart.
Zanny's really cool and all, but I'm not gonna lie.
Is everything
I am a bit disappointed that her
the nail on
gameplay appears to be like this Monster Hunter inspired type of weapon and fighting style. Like, look at this great sword stuff.
that all you got?
Yeah, like it looks really cool and all, but when I first saw her, I thought for sure that she's a gauntlet character. That she'd be more like Tifa from Final Fantasy VII, you know, using her fists and you know, like punching and kicking.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping like something along the lines her being more of a fist fighter. Like, it's still cool and all, it's just not what I was looking for.
Overture.
Which is why I'm a bit let down by Zani's design. Yeah, hopefully they'll make
Overture.
the real 5-star punch waifu in one of the upcoming patches.
Trio of Destiny.
The mirror is the quality of this like not the best.
Time to end this story.
It says 1080p.
The tale of all our adventures together.
Chacona.
Talos. That was what the Black Alley called their leader.
Talos doesn't stop anyone from challenging her. In fact, she tells them if
Probably
they
just
don't
YouTube
win,
compression
they get
that's
to be the new Talos.
fucking up the visual quality.
The Black
Yeah, look,
Alley
yeah, she's
will
fist
rise
fighting in
to
the
rise.
trailer. It's pretty cool and all.
To keep
That's not how like she actually fights though.
Before you talk about
Like, oh man, I gotta really tell this scene's gonna be sick as hell.
life harder.
Chacona, I believe she's gonna be like the best in slot support for Cartetia, so
My eternal
maybe it's better to throw some pulls at her. Maybe, possibly. Hello, Shorekeeper. Wait, are all the characters coming back for anniversary? Like, everyone is here. Fire Arpeggio, Summer Reunion.
啊，拳打黑帮，脚踢坏蛋，追逐着音乐的诗歌，寻找被隐藏的真相，还将和非常不一样的共鸣者团子一起，以全新的姿态开启狂欢。
In a whole new style.
我有预感，这个版本漂泊者们的游戏时光会过得相当的丰富、
精彩
且开心。
可不是嘛，松龙哥，你知道吗？在拉古大城黑暗的一角中，有一个和光有关的传说。每当隐匿在黑暗中的邪恶势力开始破坏拉古纳的和平，就会有出现一名名为焰光的夜行者，将他们全部绳之以法。哦，
Ah, like a Batman style thing.
一回事呢？实在是
So that Zani's basically like a Batman style figure for
没问题。
走。
Renacida. Okay.
传说中，验光的夜行者会在夜幕到来后，行走在拉古纳的大街小巷，铲奸除恶，将坏人送去他们该去的地方。然而，拉古纳居民不知道的是，在白天，其实他就是一名普通的上班族，每日都在兢兢业业的工作中。哎，宋文哥，你现在状态是怎么回事？
我看完刚刚的表演，我就很想穿的正式一点。突然，我就好想上班，好想上班啊！
你这么一说，我突然也好想上班啊。那么在这里，我们向各位漂泊者们宣布，全新的共鸣者莫塔里家族的最佳员工验光的夜行者赞尼将会在 2.3 版本加入各位漂泊者的队伍。
Man, she even goes to sleep in her regular outfit. That's how fucked up her work schedule is. Like, I don't even think that's a bed. I think she's just resting on a chair in the office.
全新的，我怎么感觉赞尼好像已经陪伴了我们很久了？
Like in one of those lounge chairs.
初次踏足拉古纳时，就已经及时和赞尼相遇了。他看似是一名普通的职场，
Damn, kind of fucked up when you think about it.
痛击敌人，挥起，对，挥舞起巨大的盾牌，更是游刃有余。赞尼目前就职于莫塔里家族的艾弗拉德金库保卫科。白天的他是勤勤恳恳的上班族，行事利落，办事可靠。虽然总是顶着沉重的黑眼圈，总是满脸疲惫的样子，但是情绪的稳定程度甚至远胜艾弗拉德金库的保卫强。
所以，赞尼他到底为什么有黑眼圈？是不是莫塔里不双休的？莫塔里也太坏了吧！
哎，那莫塔里家族的事务确实是比较繁多嘛。作为最佳员工，赞尼总是在加班方面很难放过自己一马，对不对
Yeah, I guess Carlotta and her grandpa don't really believe in workers' rights.
常常会游走在黑暗的
If
上面，将那些不怀好意的
If Zanny's only gets that little sleep
接受改造
all the time.
所以下班后，赞尼也无法彻底的休息。不过呢，对于赞尼来说，虽然很累，但他是非常乐于为拉古纳的安定付出自己下班后的时间哦。
真是没想到啊，在你表面上看起来完全是没有热心市民的样子的，没想到私下竟然是在疯狂做好人好事。不过天天要打架，赞尼的武力值一定很强吧？
不用说了，没错，赞尼利用自己的双重身份，其实在背后默默守护着林纳西塔的秩序与安宁。他是一名衍射属性的共鸣者，使用碧铠作为武器，他身手不凡。
Yeah, another reason I'm probably not getting her, obviously, is that I just don't really have enough gems for her and her weapon. And the next character I pull for, I would definitely also want to pull for their weapon.
赞尼也是一副游刃有余的状态，
At least the next DPS character, I mean. In order to pull Chacona, I'm assuming I can get away without pulling for her weapon, because thus far the non-main DPS characters, you can get away without using their weapon. Like Shorekeeper, you can just use variation, even though I did get her weapon, because Shorekeeper absolutely deserves it. She's just stunning. And Cantarella doesn't need her weapon. You can just use String Master, which I have 2 copies of. And yeah, I think that's about it, because I do have a few. Yeah, I do have a few DPS characters without their unique weapon. Like Changli doesn't have her weapon, but you can get away with the standard sword. Carlotta doesn't have her weapon. That's definitely one I want to pick up soon, though. Yeah, I definitely want to pick up Carlotta's weapon. The next time she runs. I think that's about it. I have Jiyan, but without his weapon, but I don't really feel like pulling for Jiyan's weapon. I have Yinlin and 2 copies of Stringmaster. I got what else do I got? Wow, I am just fucking forgetting. Oh yeah, Shang Liao, I don't have his weapon. I kind of, yeah, I guess it would be either Carlotta or Shang Liao, depending on who has the first rerun. I'll pick up their weapon. Hopefully it's not both at the same time, because Christ, that would be awful for me. Yeah, I do have Camellia's weapon, of course. Let's see. I do have Camellia's weapon. I have... Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, sorry, it's very early in the morning, so... And I don't have my account open right now, so I can't just look at right now on a moment's notice and just see what's up. Like what are my weapons?
这代表了一个理念，就是既然对方听不懂道理，那就通过物理的方式进行交流，用最有效的方式达成目的。这也是詹妮的个人风格。
哦，原来这就是赞尼的风格。赞尼真的是太劳模了吧？但是我真的很好奇，明明上班已经这么累了，为什么他还要在下班后维护正义呢？
其实詹妮的夜间巡逻源自于很久很久以前发生过的一件事。彼时的他也只不过是一名初入职场、平凡度日的小职员，但因为一个特殊的契机，赞妮才开始了这份在夜间的义工。那么说到这里，就不得不提一段流传于纳古拉街头巷尾的传说——艳光的夜行者。这是一段发生在拉古纳。
Yeah, sorry if I've been quiet for a while. Yeah, there's really not much else to say here. Because I kind of already saw Zani's animations in, you know, and whoa, yeah, nice camera angle. But yeah, there's really not much else to say. You already saw Zani's animations, and I do like her design. I do want her, but not enough to spend now. Maybe in the future, in her next rerun, assuming there's nothing else too crazy.
有点不一样哦。
是的，不过更多的情报内容就等各位漂泊者们亲自了解啦。
Yeah, not at the moment. If anything, I'm probably more interested in Chakota, assuming she might be one of Carthetia's best in slot supports, and assuming I don't need her weapon to have her perform well. And even then, I think the whole anniversaries patch is a safe pulls for Carthitia and her weapon, since Catarella just took everything. Took everything just for a single copy. So I think it's in my best interest to just skip the whole patch, just gather up enough freebies gems to grab Carthitia and her weapon when she's out in the next patch. I mean, assuming she is out in the next patch, I don't know. Maybe they move things around behind the scenes. And who knows, maybe Scar comes out before her. You never know, right? Yeah, Scar's, yeah, Scar's probably like the one guy I can think of that I definitely would pull for. Yeah, it's probably just Scar. Aside from him, I guess Prolova would be pretty great, especially if she uses the same aesthetics from her boss fight, you know, Hecate. And I'm gonna be honest, that's mostly because it really reminds me a lot of... Hold on, I'm just gonna lower the volume, so I'm not sure if... Yeah, That's mostly because it reminds me a lot of the Despia archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh, which I really love the look and vibe of that archetype, and it's one of my favorite decks to play. I haven't played it lately, but yeah, I still really love like the whole branded Despia archetype. So if Frolova brings in some of like the look and vibe of that into her gameplay, like she brought into the Hecate fight, then she's definitely a must-have for me.
还会有另一位五星共鸣者即将和大家见面。
是的，不同于丹宁，另一位五行共鸣者夏空，他如
Yeah.
同山。
Not sure about the volume. I'll admit I probably should have just checked the volume before I started streaming. Just did a few recordings, tested things out a bit, but well, that's my fault.
多唯美的
In my defense, it's very early in the morning where I am, so
什么声音？嗯，好像在那边。哦，走。
yeah, it's just gotta roll with the punches. Gotta do what we gotta do. So I apologize if the audio's all kinds of fucked up right now. Just gotta work with what we got now. Ooh. Bardcore? Bardcore? They do not toot. Silence. I will toot as I please.
在这短短的曲子中，我能感受到丰富的情绪，感觉有好多的音符在我身上疯狂的跳动。哎，你怎么感觉樊未梅了，整个人变得精神了这么多？
我看你也是哦，怎么精神这么多呢？
难道这就是夏空对我们的治愈吗？
夏空是一位自由浪漫
Shakona is a free-spirited romantic bard.
他创作的诗篇在拉古纳的大街小巷。
Yeah, hopefully not of the spoony variety,
而
but
纳西塔的广阔土地上也
we'll see what her gameplay's all about. I know she's supposed to be a support type of character, or at least a sub DPS, but we'll see what her kit's like, if she's necessary for the upcoming Arrow DPS that they're making, or if she's a miss.
热爱艺术、诗歌与音乐，是他们日常生活中不可或缺的一部分。所以啊，果然是这样吗？
那肯定是的。而且夏空诞生在一个热爱诗歌与音乐的家族中，耳濡目染。 加上与生俱来
Yeah,
的天赋
yeah, I see this. I do see she has a microphone,
各种各样
so maybe she sings in her gameplay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she does. I haven't actually checked
不断传承的
if she does on the
就算
leaks
是一些
or
独
if
特的乐器，
that's even part of the leaks.
不锈钢脸盆儿
But it does seem like there's some singing involved in her
风笛等
gameplay.
能使用共鸣能力去弹奏
Kind of like Robin from Honkai Star Rail in a way.
生动的音乐会。
Although that's the case, I hope they include more than one song, because it does get tiring constantly hearing over and over, "Welcome to my
各
world,"
种各样的情感，
over and over and
将它
over.
们转变为各种各样的诗歌。不过很有意思的是，夏空偶尔也会坏心眼的写一些诗歌骂人，或者开一些无伤大雅的玩笑。
可以理解，可以理解。
比如说是在某人陷入沉思的时候，为他演奏一首专属的 BGM 啊。
你的意思是，随时随地都可以开始演奏的天赋型创作选手，是这个意思？
She's the type that
应该也
thinks she's in a musical 24/7. Okay, that's pretty
是一位
fucking
五
weird.
星气动属性的共鸣者，使用的武器
Pistols.
是
Okay.
背枪
I honestly, I didn't realize she was a pistol user. I thought for sure she was gonna be
进行战斗。
what do you call it?
是赢
What's that one? What's that one gameplay called?
夏空的麦克风
The
不只是
the one that the stringless is part of. I call it the Beyblades.
太转换，从麦
The
克风
I think it's called the Rectifier. But yeah, I thought for sure it was just a Beyblade user.
快速位移
But nope. Apparently that big stick she has, that's a gun.
灵活的身法和幻影
The
分身的
weirdest gun I've ever seen,
达到
but
令人意
yep,
想
that's a
不到的
gun.
方式进行攻击，它 它的重击可以挑飞目标，下空的。
Yeah, I wonder what her weird shadow clone shit does.
召唤分身，让敌人摸不着。
Like, does that attack that all confuses them? Okay, so it's like kind of like a decoy that enemies attack. So you have an easier time grouping. Yeah, it does fit into the vibe of Arrow. So yeah, I can see the sauce. I can see what they're doing with her.
斯兰鼓、鲁特琴、麦克风进行循环演奏，并且展示不同的舞蹈和乐曲。如果期间
Oh, I can hear like a little bit of the music. All right, that's pretty nice. I do like what they're doing there.
保持演奏。
Okay, so it's an off. So she's an off fielder, I can see. So definitely a sub DPS at the very least. Yeah, it was kind of obvious given her. Sorry. So it was pretty obvious given her like whole musical aesthetic vibe that does fit more the vibe of a support unit rather than a on fielder. But oh, she has a rhythm game. Okay. Got a rhythm game thing going on for her ult. Alright, that's pretty fun. You press A or D, depending on like when the circle comes in, and I guess depending on like what buff you want. They're probably explaining her at the bot like what she does at the subtitles, and I'm just completely not reading it, which would probably piss you off if like, dude, just read it. But yeah, don't worry. I'll definitely look more into what she does after the stream's done. Rapid concerto for providing buffs, alright? Arrow damage bonus. Alright, so definitely gonna be must have for Arrow. Yeah. So I wonder if the team is gonna be her, Arrow Rover, and Cartetia. I feel like that is kind of like the three the three ups they want to do.
一定可以和他的队友打出超强的配合。
没错。另外，在2.3版本中，我们也将上线一把全新的5星配枪——林间的咏叹调。这是一把经典。
Yeah, and if she's a more of a support-based character, I wonder if the standard 5-star pistol is better for her, or at least maybe not. Okay, not better for her, obviously, but on par with her weapon. Because from what I can tell, generally support characters don't actually need their unique weapon, and yeah. But if this is an sorry, but if this is an energy regen based weapon, then yeah. Actually, wait, no, there's a 4-star pistol that's energy regen based. So honestly, I think maybe she'll want that more than the standard. I know that because I was trying to build more Teffy earlier for a Gion team, and I did notice that he can use the energy regen pistol. Just for a quick record, I've not been looking up any guides on how to build characters here and there, just the priority for the skill order. Admittedly, I absolutely should be looking up like what the priority when building a Gion team is like, so I don't just brick my account by spending stamina on, you know, stupid bullshit I don't actually need. Yeah. And if I do end up getting Chacona, then Mortepi is bye-bye. I can't really see why you'd run him over her. Unless, like, her numbers are really disappointing for Gion. I doubt that's the case, though. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be really good. They haven't made a outright bad 5-star yet, at least as far as the limiteds are concerned.
相传，拉古纳过去久负盛名的诗社“黄金之歌”的成员，曾是岁主的歌颂者，却因为亵渎神明而被
everything's good, everything's good.
而最近，他们的遗作意外现世。相传，若有人演奏他们
so far the stream's not bad, but it's a pretty standard Wuwa stream. Not bad, yeah. So not bad by any means, but yeah, it's just a normal Wua stream and just a normal Wua update. Yeah, not exactly like big WoW anniversary hype update. Of course, we're only like we're still talking about the 5 stars introduced in this patch, so maybe they'll talk more about it later. Talk more about, you know, what we can expect here, but yeah, it's kind of like my take so far right now is, so far this is just a normal WoW update. Not really, not terrible, but not impressive.
听起来是一个很特别的本领，想必这一路的见闻一定很有意思。那么关于
yeah,
还有没有更多
yeah, definitely
小故事可以分享呢？
那当然还是有的啦。说到分享
Yeah, I definitely gotta keep an eye out for what they'll do here.
所有感受，无论是关于桂冠的英雄事迹，还是乡间的欢声笑语，亦或者是某种食物中的香气，他都能将这些感受转化为诗与音乐。他的表达从不拘泥于形式，甚至他对食物的理解也从不受拘束哦。游历四方的吟游诗人，旅途中的食物讲究一个美味与便捷的平衡。比如在某一次的旅途中，夏空本来准备吃面包的。
But yeah, what would be a good anniversary reward is what I'm wondering, because I honestly doubt they do a limited 5-star, just give one away for free. And limited weapon, like low-key, that would actually be really good. And I could see that happening because one of the biggest flaws of Wuwa is the fact that a lot of most of the weapons in this game are fucking terrible. If you don't have the character's unique weapon, then you are gonna have a very rough time, dude. You definitely need to pull for a lot of unique weapons to make a lot of characters function. Now, you can alleviate this by spending your standard pulls on the standard weapon banner, and it is guaranteed, so you get one guaranteed weapon on the box from like the level up reward, and you also get essentially a guaranteed another guaranteed standard weapon on the... Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm gonna let them yap about First Danny. Alright, what do we got here? But yeah, what I was trying to say is that you can guarantee more than a few standard weapons, and they are helpful for clearing content. It's just very rough, the discrepancy in power between the 4-star weapons and the limited 5-star weapons. Now, I do know that the limited 5 stars are still 50-50 on the limited 5-star weapons, so you're always guaranteed to get it no matter if you go for it, but I do think it's a very dangerous mentality when designing the game, because ultimately you're gonna end up with a situation where yeah, where a lot of weapons just are just dysfunctional with the rest of the cast. So if they do give away a free 5-star limited 5-star weapon, I mean, that would be a huge help. It would be a huge help. I'm not sure. I don't think they're gonna do something insane like you can just get Zani's weapon for free. Ooh, I don't think they'll do that, but yeah, if they do give us an option of like, say, I don't know, like everyone up until Shorekeeper's limited weapon, a choice between all of them, I think that'd be pretty good because everyone would get a free string master if they don't have one. Personally, I'd probably just go for Shang Li Yao's weapon.
安可收到了守望人的假期作业，所以先行公约和安可就此开始合作，准备做一些。
Encore and Shorekeeper collab. All right, I can already tell this anniversary event's gonna be all kinds of silly, which I like. I do like the more nonsensical events with moderation, because I do think that, for example, FGO did go overboard with the nonsensical events to the point that it felt there was a period of time where it felt like more than half of all the things you could do in the game was just nonsensical bullshit. And between the long wait for something like Lost Belt 7's story to be released, that did lead to just FGO's story and vibe in general feeling, yeah, just very not great, is what I'm trying to say. It was a not great feeling to constantly wait for FGO's story and just getting nonsense content left and right. But so far, Wu has been doing a pretty good job at balancing the serious nonsense with the nonsense.
因为团子是根据漂泊者的记忆演算的，上一次漂泊者和惊喜的见面是春天，因此团子
In spring, alright, so canonically, we met her in spring, even though it was summer for us. Yeah, because that update with Jin C happened in June of last year, I believe.
也拥有独特的技能招式。在进入步步魔王城前，漂泊者可以选择最多3个共鸣者团子协同作战。在战斗中，团子会自主协助战斗。
Okay.
使用深海技
this looks like it's gonna be pretty fun.
团子的主动技能，在步步魔王城中战胜步道王的手下后，漂泊者可以获得珍贵的数据模块奖励。
Just having the dumb looking cubes following you around, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I can see.
赋予团子全新的技能效果哦。比较特别的是团子的专属技能也会以模块的形式随机掉落。通过自由搭配不同团子的技能模块，漂泊者可以尝试各种神奇的战斗组合。例如，为春团子装备精细
Camellia Cube
时，就能触发独特的激光转圈圈特效，让战斗体验更加酷。
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest though, Camellia's gameplay is very, I guess, simplistic is the word for it. It's a lot more simple than what I would normally like. I prefer characters that are a bit more complex, but at the same time, I'm not gonna deny it. The spin to win gameplay is just, it is a lot of fun. See, go unga bunga, big damage with her. There is definitely a sort of a very basic but satisfying feeling to Camellia's gameplay.
挑战关卡中也开放了联机的模式，漂泊者可以叫上小伙伴一起战斗哦。
不过团子这么可爱，除了战斗，我们是不是也可以
？Because that is kind of what I criticize Gion's gameplay for. Gion's gameplay is just very unga bunga, spam left click.
活动小团快跑热身赛与小团快跑也将在 2.3 版本中陆续开启。在小团快跑热身赛中，漂泊者
It's not a huge flaw, I would say, but it's definitely it does make the gameplay feel a lot more simple than it actually is. So I do prefer characters with a bit more finesse, is what I'd say.
翱翔幻影难道是翱翔的那个？
哎，这里先卖个关子，后面我们会为大家再详细介绍。
Oh, well, we're getting new flying features. That's crazy. I see we had to have a Mario Party style board to go through with rewards. Like 50 tuners. Tuners are always great to have. Holes are always great to have.
由先行公约举办的第1届团子运动会正式开幕，12位明星团子将在赛道上各显神通，争夺第2所拿最快团子的称号。
For the fastest cube.
根据比赛的结果
You gotta love it. Gotta absolutely love that.
好，我现在就要成为索拉里斯最强应援的人，但说实话，真的很难选了，手心手背都是肉。
没关系，友谊第1，比赛第2嘛。此外，我们还将上线一个也与共鸣者团子们有关的摄影活动哦。这一年来，
共鸣者们和漂泊者一起缔造了许多珍贵的回忆，大家都想和漂泊者再重温一下呢，所以一起来合影吧，以团子的姿态，同行一旅将在2.3版本和漂泊者们见面，漂泊者将以团子的姿态与共鸣者团子们共同打卡。
Oh wow, they're literally doing the whole thing of like
不错。
taking the piss out of their own serious event stuff, kind of like FGO does.
一起度过的时光，而这一次明朝的周年庆也将是明朝与漂泊者。
Yeah, all right, that's pretty fun. That they can laugh at themselves every now and then.
新加入索拉里斯，为了便于大家能够更快组成自己的共鸣者小队，换取心仪的共鸣者和武器，在这一次明朝1周年庆典中啊。 我们特别准备了2期由5位共鸣者和武器组成的周年换取活动。不过在这之前，我们还是先给大家介绍全新的共鸣者和武器的活动换取吧。随着2.3版本的开启呢，角色活动换取行于光影之间将正式开启，漂泊者们可从中获取限定5星共鸣者赞妮。
Yeah, I already have Tao Chi at at max. I already maxed out her dupes. I think it's like S6 is what you would call it in this game. I don't know. Like between all the gacha games have their own different like one's like E6, C6. Wait, set a 5-star resonator for target. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, so
选取心仪的角色或武器进行换取。周年活动换取的换取规则与对应类型的活动换取一致，且共享5星保底技术。漂泊者可以随时更换所选择的角色或武器哦。
Oh, so
在上述换取活动
isn't this just like a rerun with extra steps though?
换取诗与月的交响。漂泊者们可从中获取限定5星共鸣。
I gotta check that part up. Holy shit, I was yapping through that, but I gotta reread what that was, cause
周年角色活动换取第2
resonator.
包含金熙。
Oh, okay, so I could see Carlotta's coming back here. I definitely want to pull for her weapon, so I'll probably save my pulls for this, for sure.
死与武、悲喜剧、不灭
Yeah.
航路也将同步开启。哦，也就是说，不仅在周年活动换取可以自由选择想要的角色或者武器，甚至只要是同类。
So this is just like a rerun. They're basically just saying, yeah, we're rerunning everyone.
换取技术太自由了吧？不错，不错。那瓦策划，接下来再说说我们其他的活动。
I mean, that's pretty good.
比较
That's pretty good.
肉鸽之类的。
Not spectacular, I would say, but
深坠异想情境玩法。
it's not bad.
我们为漂泊者带来了一些
Gotta check the rules more. Maybe I missed something. Maybe, but they did say that it was
这个活动中，
yeah, that the standard banner rules apply. So I don't think it's anything crazy like, oh, dude, it will, it's a guarantee. There's no 50-50. I don't think it's that.
影响电影走向不同的结局。漂泊者可以
But they did say that the polls, like the pity transfers between this special anniversary banner and the regular limited 5-star banners.
队伍还可以获得各种战斗增益。
So if you build enough pity in the previous
漂泊者还可以
banners or even in just the current ones, you can just like say
在
go back and forth, I guess.
漂泊者们不仅可以获得新生等奖励，还可以获得深海意象外观、意象无冠者及意象梦魇无冠者。太帅了，红色的无冠者，好怀念啊！此外啊，全息战略幻痛在2.3也新增了2个挑战：全息战略弗路德利斯、
Tactical hologram, Lorelei and Lourdeli.
漂泊者们可要迎接好新的挑战喽！在2.3版本中，试炼商店也将上新，漂泊者可在商店兑换意象云海妖精。哦，是漂泊者们呼声很高的粉色的云海妖精，这个我相信大家一定会喜欢的。当然，我们的团员赠礼7日前。
I mean, yeah, at this point, if they don't have the 7-day login shit, they're gonna get hate if they don't do that. So they have to do that every day, of course.
签到活动，在指定时间登录游戏，即可领取。
No, I mean every patch. I mean, not every day. Like what the fuck?
特级密音筒
You have to log in every day to make sure you get everything.
希望大家伴着下空的乐章进入朝圣庆典新的篇章。另外，随着物流在黎纳西塔业务的扩张，我们的踏朝探地黎纳西塔现实探索委托活动将再次开放。物流的这块业务能不能继续搞下去？真的。
Yeah, I always get really unlucky with this event. I always end up having to open up basically everything, and I don't get any of like the cool bonus of everything opens up more often. Yeah, that rarely ever happens. It's basically at the very end when I already unlocked everything that the cool bonuses start popping up.
Of course. 那么来吧，迄今为止，不包含人类敌人，漂泊者在索拉里斯一共遇到了106种残像，其中包括梦魇残像在内，一共有26种怒涛级以上强大残像。截止到近期版本，全球的漂泊者对他们发起了总计19.870.9,619次。
And they're doing the typical like live service developer thing where they go, like players have defeated 5 more billion jibble jobbers. Ooh, that's a lot. Yeah, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really impressed by those numbers anymore. So many live service devs have always been constantly saying, yeah, like 5 more billion Google globbers have been defeated since the game launched. But that doesn't really like say anything about active player numbers. That just tells me how like the amount of activity the game has had in total, but it doesn't say anything about active player numbers, and it's really not. Yeah, and in all honesty, I don't really care that much if we defeated 5 more billion jibble jobbers. I don't think that's that important.
除了特殊敌人，在过去的近1年中，我们的全息战略也得到了不少漂泊者们的参与，有相当一部分漂泊者。
Yeah, I gotta be honest though. Yeah, I've been slacking on the holograms. I know that's a lot of free gems I should be doing. That's a lot of free gems I absolutely should be doing, but yeah, sorry. That's just my yeah. I really should get to it because there's definitely a lot of free gems I'm missing still in the game. So that's basically every hologram I'm missing and a lot of exploration stuff because there's still a lot of exploration in even in just Renacida that is still at below 50%.
一共是10.058.5933次哦。当然，除了与残像对战，漂泊者们还很注重提升自己队伍的力量。根据统计啊，漂泊者们总共挑战了10.538.876次模拟领域，14.606.0656次凝塑领域。 获得了262.972.3160份武器与技能素材，所有材料连起来，大概可以绕索拉里斯超过3圈。漂泊者们每天在为维护索拉里。
Well, it's been almost an hour, so the live stream is probably gonna end at some point.
在这1年里。
Oh wow, they're showing the stats for Verena, because let's be real, that's like the character everyone has. Everyone has this bitch in their account. It's your government issued heal slut. It's what I've told my brother. It's you gotta have her. Even if you get Shorekeeper, you just gotta have her.
共有877.1617位漂泊者。
On the chair, the fucking chair, yeah. Yeah, I remember when I first saw that chair at the top of the mountain, and I was wondering, what the fuck is this doing here? Yeah, it's like I get it's a Devil May Cry reference. It's just very random. It's part of the scenery, I mean.
他们家的财报显示，在这1年的收入足足为3.8435亿4699.4000贝币，
马和老板托我们向漂泊者致以诚挚谢意，希望漂泊者今后也能多多光顾。
荆州的马家太坏了吧，
太坏了
盆满钵满啊！不过我感觉，除了这种全服的数据，我想漂泊者们应该也想知道自己这1年来在明朝世界里的付出和收获吧。
哎，这个我们也准备了海潮回声周年数据回顾网页活动，也将在2.3版本上线。漂泊者们到时候可以通过参与活动，回顾自己过去1年中在明朝的世界里达成的各种有趣数据。以上就是我为漂泊者们带来的2.3版本活动内容啦。不过在我离场之前，先为大家送上2.3版本的前瞻兑换码，请漂泊者们查收，记得兑换哦。
What else?
Hello， 西策划，好久不见。不过，你能不能先给我解释一下，您这次怎么带了个白板上来啊？
嘿嘿，你马上就知道了。Hello， 大家好，我是明朝项目组的西策划。接下来我将为各位漂泊者带来各种情报。
哦，看起来好像你要改挺多东西的样子啊。
Quite a few changes.
周年庆版本内容确实有1点多，我们就只能采取特殊一点的方式向大家展示啦。接下来每公布一个系统或优化内容，我就会把对应内容。
Oh, okay. So they're adding new features, optimizations. All right. Let's see how much the devs listen, because WoW's definitely added a lot of quality of life features and stuff based on player feedback. I'd say,
深海幻影系统，
yeah,
也就是翱翔及滑翔皮
the switching cosmetics of glider and flight.
新的系统中
All right, we're gonna see what this is about. But yeah, I would say the biggest feature definitely echo presets. Oh my god, I did want echo presets, like the artifact presets in general, in all these gacha games I play. But you truly realize just how much you need presets when you finally have it. Just being able to save, oops, sorry about that. Being able to save all the echo sets you have in a convenient place is just wonderful. If anything, my biggest complaint is that the max capacity of presets is 20. There should be way more. And I know it sounds insane because, dude, do you actually need all 20 slots? And I'm just gonna tell you, it's getting filled up very quickly. That's all I'm gonna say. It's getting filled up very quickly, and there definitely will come a point sooner rather than later where you will need more than 20 echo slots, preset slots, I mean.
等一下，我们终于做到了。
是的，这就是深海数据重构系统。
Yeah, and I don't really consider myself like a sweaty gamer as far as WoW goes. I'm not like super duper hardcore farming, super optimized echo set. Wait a minute. You can change the main stat? What the fuck? Oh my god, this is actually an... Holy shit. You can change the main stat. Okay, so the most annoying part of these artifact features in gacha games is the substats. The substats will fuck you in the ass, but being able to change the main stat is pretty huge. Alright? This changes everything. That's already really good. Squishner was a way to re-roll at least one of the substats.
送上3枚调频仪以及2枚结晶溶剂。同时呢，我们的仙约电台，也就是大家常说的大月卡，也会有升级。通过提升每一期的仙约电台等级，漂泊者们也能获取调频仪
modifiers. All right, so they're adding that to like the battle pass and whatnot.
资源的获取，并且增加了部分任务的跳转功能，漂泊者可以从仙约电台直接前往对应任务。
不错不错，我感觉西策划你还挺像个人。这个也是漂。
Yeah, I'll say that's great. The main stat modifier alone is already huge.
介绍才刚刚开始的，在2.3版本更新后，我们还有一项优化，强敌挑战取消冷。
No cooldown for bosses. Oh, thank God, dude. trying to farm boss materials and having to sit around, wait for them to come back. That is so ass. So yeah, just being able to have it appear again, this is amazing. This is how it should have been from the beginning, but they're seeing the chat exploding, but this is a pre-recorded message. Hello, dude, come on, dude.
漂泊者生日祝福功能将在 2.3 版本正式实装了。漂泊者可以在终端界面设置自己的生日，请注意，生日设置完成后不可修改。大家要仔细。
All right, what does the birthday do in this game? Well, there'll be characters that go, "Hey, happy birthday, Rover. Want a little special something tonight?" Special birthday blessing, complete with a souvenir. Oh, okay, so basically what I'm saying, yeah. Happy birthday, Rover. Want something little, want a special something? God, his stupid little crown. Just like, this is like Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, where you can give Sora a little crown after doing shit in the game.
还有，布偶小队亲情演奏的哦，祝你生日快乐！2025生日纪念曲也将送给漂泊者，漂泊者可以通过留声奏者进行播放。
我觉得你这个系统很不错，但可能有个 bug。
啊？此话怎讲？
假如我生日刚刚过去，那我不就又要再等一整年？不太行。
Yeah, that's fucked up if you were born after this, before the anniversary.
也不要担心，毕竟今年是一个特殊的年份，因此只要漂泊者们在这个系统上线后登录游戏，并开启生日祝福功能，不限生日日期，都能收到生日祝福和纪念礼物。
我就说你这个西策划还是高。
Yeah, so you don't actually miss it if you were born before the anniversary. If you made the mistake of being born before the anniversary, don't worry, the devs got you covered.
漂泊者们都在，也希望明朝能陪伴漂泊者们度过每一个生日。
OK， 那我继续。第5个，回归系统也将迎来一个全面的更新。
噔噔。
首先呢，我们增设了养成返还、成长奖励和一定次数的讨伐强敌、战歌重奏的双倍奖励领取，可以获得大量的养成材料，希望能帮助回归漂泊者获得更快的成长速度。此外，我们在原来30天未登录游戏触发回归系统的基础上，增加了60天及以上未登录的全新回归7日签到与回归任务奖励。触发这个奖励的回归漂泊者，可在回归7日签到中获得最多10个福金波纹，以及完成回归任务来获得结晶溶剂、调频仪等各种养成材料。我们还增设了回归系统的问卷小调查，完成问卷填写即可获得新生奖励。希望通过这次回归系统的全面升级，能更好地帮助到重回索拉里斯世界的漂泊者们。而且我们也会同步上线一个周年回归邀约活动，共赴狂欢盛宴。漂泊者在回归的同时相互邀约，完成对应的活跃任务即可获得新生、贝币等奖励。期待有更多的漂泊者回应好友的召唤，回到我们的索拉里斯。
哎，我看到弹幕上的好，密度越来越高了。
还没结束，第6个。
噔噔，
在剧情体验中
upgrade to the story experience. I
一些
mean,
难理解或较为关键的世界观名词将会增加一个超链接的下划线显示，漂泊者可以直接点击查看所提及名词的具体释义。希望此功能能够帮助漂泊者更好地理解剧情。
alright, so people who care about the lore, they can now click and see more about it. People who don't care about the lore can just keep playing through the story, just move on. We don't get bogged down by too much exposition early on, because that's definitely a huge problem with the early like 1.0 story, that there's a lot of lore drops and I mean terminology thrown around. And I mean, when you're starting to play a game for the first time, the last thing you wanna here is just a long explanation about an exposition about how shit works in the world of the game.
一气呵成。
明朝的光线追踪也会迎来进一步优化，将大
It's not something I personally like hate, but I think that's a lot of that definitely is something that a lot of people definitely it does prevent them from enjoying the game. 120 frames per second is now compatible with more devices. All right, that's pretty good.
在配置要求更低的情况下，体验
Like if it's available on my PC, then thankfully I'll be able to play with a much higher frame rate because
我感觉
that is definitely a huge flaw, I believe, in something like in stuff like Genshin, Star Rail. A lot of these other gacha games I play, the frame rate is capped at 60, and you can't uncap it if you.
我们为漂泊者
Special anniversary gift for all rovers. Okay, what is it?
在5月23日，也就是明朝曾经正式公测的日子，漂泊者们上线即可在盛会赠礼活动页面直接
Oh, multiple and looks like an icon. All right,
专属纪念头像，讲一瞬。
这个真的好。
all right, yeah.
咱们记得在
Free multi.
23日当天
Yeah, I mean, I'll never say no to free multi.
生日礼物哦。
各位漂泊者，记得到时候上线领取哦。另外有一件想提醒漂泊者们的事情，明朝在公测的时候，我们曾经为漂泊者们发放了全球预约及社媒里程碑的奖励邮件，以及一份新手换取自选答谢礼邮件，也就是可以直接领取自选常驻5星共鸣者的道具。朝生答谢。
All right, yeah.
这2份邮件都将在
Will expire. Yeah, so I gotta tell my brother to log back in. Hey, dude, you gotta play, use it. It's gonna expire next month.
已经注册登录过明朝，但还没领取这2份邮件，请一定要记得在过期前上线解锁邮箱功能，并领取奖励哦。当然，在这之后加入明朝的漂泊者们也不用担心，我们在2.4版本也为新人漂泊者们准备了新的活动。届时，漂泊者们完成相关新手活动任务，也可以获得自选常驻5星共鸣者。
All right, so they're definitely adding a more permanent feature of like the free 5-star standard.
漂泊者在5月22日11时59分之后，但是是在2.4版本开服前新注册的，那怎么办呢？
这方面我们也考虑到啦。在这期间，新注册的漂泊者，我们也将通过邮件的方式为他们送上全球预约及社媒里程碑的奖励，以及新手换取自选答谢礼1份。
这才全面啦。
另外再小小补充一下，2.3版本更新维护后，游戏内商城宁客悦向商店
Yeah. Yeah, it's standard in a lot of these gacha games. Yeah, resetting the top up. I did spend money in the game grabbing the expensive shit. So yeah, I probably shouldn't spend a lot of more money because I'm definitely not in a state right now where I can afford to spend a lot of cash on these gacha games. But I guess later on when I do have some more entertainment expenses, I guess I could drop some cash here so I can grab Cartithia. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in her and her weapon. I know for a fact I want her and her weapon for sure. Anyone before and after that is like is whatever, is like, well, not whatever, but it's like, but it's not something I'm thinking of right now.
能不能不要停下来？
那么就简单多给漂泊者们介绍一些内容吧。未来我们还会针对任务追踪体验进行优化，比如针对部分漂泊者反馈的正在进行追踪的任务，需要先点击取消追踪任务，再重新点击追踪，很麻烦。我们也在推进优化当中了。
I don't think it's been a problem for me, but or at least not something that would stand out. An in-game wiki.
查询攻略更方便、更快捷。我们也正在努力开发深海强化可自动调节功能和深海自动弃置
Auto discard and lock function. Oh, okay, so it's not coming out yet, but it is good that auto discards will happen.
我们的游戏才会
It's definitely annoying to have to manually go in the menu and mark everything I don't like for for to throw into the garbage.
明朝的世界也应该很大的变化。我相信，只要我们继续坚持下去。
Or auto lock something if it's a good crit stat. It has a crit main stat.
奔流，因你不息。明朝生生不息。
是的，真的非常非常感谢漂泊者们的支持，以后也请多多继续支持我们呀。
Oh, it's been well over an hour since that stream started, so I think we're wrapping everything up now. Like, yeah, this is basically, yep, the actual end, just like Solon said. This is the end.
真的没有了。
Yeah, I'd say overall.
不可以，绝对不可以在这里结束。
Wait, is it actually the end? Solon, you're kind of spooking me here.
这
Brother, are you okay?
可以。
What's that?
夏日服饰。
Summer outfit? What's a summer outfit?
好吧，那我就全盘托出吧。
Summer outfit for what?
2.4版本，我们将会上线2位共鸣者的全新服饰，他们分别是
Changli and
电影仓室长梨的
Changli. Okay, wait, hey, hold on.
李家族2小姐。
Oh, actual summer skins. Oh, yep.
2.4版本与大家见面。
Well, yeah, I guess that tears it. I'm gonna,
气息的服饰，
guess I'm just spending money on the game.
我看了
Because like summer swimsuits is definitely like,
很喜欢。
yeah, obviously it's like a big deal in gacha games.
我们也
I
会
mean,
漂泊者们送上
you know why, everyone knows why.
在
And
试时可以使用它
I remember there was a rumor way back where Star Rail was gonna get summer outfits for a few characters, but that never happened. And
兑换码
you know, the Hoyoverse games not really having them outside of Honkai Impact.
去兑换哟。
I think it's fine because they're really not, they're not that type of game. You know, they're a more general appeal. So I guess I guess using this word's kind of weird to describe Hoyoverse games, but I guess like I don't know how else to describe it, but I guess like the normies that play the Hoyoverse games, I guess they would be weirded out if they just saw suddenly like people with swimsuits walking around in normal gameplay. That's something that's a lot more, has a more niche appeal as far as gacha games go. And I know that Punishing Grey Raven does have swimsuit outfits, but there was definitely a discussion I had with a friend where we were talking like, will they actually do it? Because Wuba is very clearly trying to go for that same type of appeal for their characters, like that Genshin has. Like they're definitely trying to attract a more general audience. But I guess, yeah, it's at least it's not so much that they aren't gonna do it. So like you won't find me complaining, dude. You will definitely not find me complaining about free swimsuit. No, not free swimsuit outfits, but just swimsuit outfits in general. Lord knows they're not gonna be free. And yeah, I do have the paid gems. I forgot what they're called in this game, but I do have like the paid gems still on my account because I was going to buy Jinxi's skin, but ultimately I held back for 2 reasons. One, because I actually kind of prefer her original skin over her paid skin, even though there's the paid skin looks very cute and I do like the effects that it has, but I prefer her original skin just from a general look, from the general look standpoint. And also because I was holding the gems for when they would add the for when they would add more skins, because I did hear rumors that Changli and Carlota were getting skins, and I thought, I mean, I didn't think they were gonna actually have swimsuits. I just thought it was gonna be like a party dress for anniversary. Just thought, like, you know, very pretty party dress for those two. But nope, it's a summer outfit. Yep, like I said, you won't find me complaining. Oh, like Like, I mean, obviously, like, I'm a guy, so I'm definitely not gonna complain about swimsuits, but yeah, it's just, I just, like, I guess I'm like, a whole reason I'm yapping a lot is because it's definitely not something I was really expecting. I kind of already accepted now. Wu was trying to go for a more normie appeal, kind of like the Hoyoverse games, which is fine. Like, I guess, yeah, I was already accepting that. But nope, ooh, devs listened. Oh man, the devs listened. So yeah, definitely gonna have to spend some cash because I only have enough for one skin and I want both. I have Changli and I have Carlota and I definitely want... Is this guy just curse on stream? What the fuck? Like, here I am yapping, and then this guy's just like cussing up a storm. I am wondering, will they give the Rover a swimsuit outfit? Because I know some gacha games like Persona 5X do give the main character swimsuit skin. It's not something that's terribly common, but it does happen now and then. And I mean, I guess if that happens, then all I'm gonna say is that suddenly a whole lot of people are gonna switch to female Rover. Yeah, if Rover gets a free swimsuit outfit, just prepare for a lot of people to play female Rover after that update. Chibi figure, lame. Where's the big sexy figure that you'll need a comically oversized jar for? We need a big sexy figure for Cantarella. Not that I'd be able to buy it anyway, because apparently the figure market has been completely fucked by tariffs. Unfortunate. I really wanted the Zeus plastic model. There was Zeus from Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeus was getting a plastic model, and I was interested in grabbing it, but well, guess not anymore. Any IP collabs? Oh, what the fuck? That's crazy. Are you sure? Why would you bring that up if you weren't gonna have an IP collab? Why would you bring that up if you were just gonna say no? What music? Yeah, I don't hear anything. Turn it up. I don't recognize that.
谁把灯关了呀？灯怎么关了？这入侵一样的效果用了什么东西啊？有没有人来管一下？导演。
Wuthering Waves. And Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
希望大家喜欢我们的小小惊喜。
I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Yeah, I know a friend of mine. A friend of mine fucking loves this anime. Like, they absolutely just can't get enough of that, and they never even played Cyberpunk. That's how good the show is, apparently. Like, even people that don't give a fuck about Cyberpunk love the anime. So I guess now is as good a time as any for me to jump in and see what the hype is about. Just gotta remember what my Netflix password was, because it's been a while since I've had access to Netflix.
我是真的没有啦。
我也没有啦。那么各位漂泊者，感谢收看今天的特别。
Yeah.
谁说没有了？我就有一个。
One last surprise, okay?
要跟大家分享。
All right, Mr. Solon, what do you got?
神学院的冒险后，卡提夏的故事还没有结束。2.4版本，我们将开启黎纳西塔全新的地块，更加精彩的冒险，更加跌宕起伏的故事，都将在这个夏天等待着漂泊者们。
不愧是你啊，这都能藏到最后。哎呀，那么现在是真的。
Now this is truly the end.
这一年能够和漂泊者们一起度过，我真的非常非常开心。
是啊，转眼间，明朝已经在各位漂泊者们的陪伴下，度过了一段很长、很珍贵的时光。真的非常感谢各位漂泊者们的支持，我们也会再接再厉，争取做到更好。
是的，奔流因你不息，我们会记住这1周年的一切，并且带着这份记忆，继续与漂泊者并肩前行。
也是为了纪念这1周年，我们在这里还有一个礼物。
One final gift. I mean, what more could you give us?
邀请到了皇家。
Oh, okay. It's just a performance. All right.
用明朝的音乐带领大家。
I thought it was gonna be like actual in-game shit.
每位漂泊者的周年记忆，大家一会儿不要走开哦，陪伴彼此度过这个值得纪念的时刻吧。
最后，明朝2.3版本雁行下曲庆团圆，将于4月29日正式开启。明朝的1周年朝生庆典即将到来，希望大家能在明朝1周年朝生庆典中玩得开心，我们一定不见不散哦。那么最后，全球的漂泊者们，1周年快乐！一定要来哦！
一定要来哦！
一定要来哦！
不见不散。
All right, thank you. Yeah, I would say it's all right. Nothing that like blows my mind or anything as far as like anniversaries go, but I'd say it was overall pretty good. I think one of the there's no free limited 5-star weapon or character, but like I said at the start of the stream, you don't really I wasn't really expecting that. I wasn't really something I needed. But yeah, it's very early over here, and as much as I would like to see this play out, I think I'm gonna end the stream here and just head back to sleep and then wake up early, make myself some coffee, and goon over the new swimsuits. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.